What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I hope all is well with you. Now, guys, you see the thumbnail. We're going to talk about this. This is a story that involves a teacher out in Detroit who is crying foul because she was fired when it was found out that she is an aspiring rapper, and she has a couple of videos out on YouTube. And one of the parents found out about it and complained to the school, and she was let go. Now, I feel that within this story is a cautionary tale, not just to teachers who think that they can do whatever they want to on their own time, but also to communities out there. This is a cautionary tale about letting your standards slip, okay? And we're going to break down why I say that in a minute, okay? But let's get into the actual article and the headline here so you can see what this is all about, and then I will give you my thoughts afterwards. It says here, Detroit teacher says she was fired for being a rapper, but did she take Drippin' Honey persona too far? Yes, her MC, if you want to call it that, her MC name is Drippin' Honey. Your teacher is Drippin' Honey, okay? Dominique Brown is her real name, and she believes that a parent's complaint led to her being let go. Now, this article, of course, is going to be in the pinned comment below, but here we go. Detroit teacher Dominique Brown was labeled Teacher of the Month. That's a big achievement. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. At Taylor preparatory high school in December. Now she's speaking out about being let go because of her side hustle of rapping under the name Drippin' Honey. Brown has been teaching for 7 years and began working at the school in August. However, when a parent critiqued one of her videos is when the backlash began. Songs by Drippin' Honey are riddled with profanity and inappropriate subject matter. Did the educator take things too far? Let's hear from the educator. Now, Drippin' Honey, Dominique Brown goes on to say, the first meeting that I had with the principal and the dean, they had told me that a parent wished to stay anonymous, and she felt as if she didn't like my rap career and that I was a bad influence on the kids because I rap, Brown told journalists. She said she was ultimately fired in February because of her music career. Brown also said there was an ultimatum offered. My mind and my heart were telling me two things. I couldn't see myself giving up my other passion just because somebody didn't like it. And they say, erase all your content. I was like, respectfully, I can't do that, she stated. Now, on her last day in February, Brown did a music video with her students named Drippin' 101. It has since gone viral on TikTok and YouTube. Yeah, I actually saw that, guys. Maybe I'll leave that link also in the pinned comment below. I mean, she's rapping with her students, all right? Majority of them are male. Like I said, you see the thumbnail here. You got a bunch of young, impressionable black boys surrounding her, and she's rapping about being a boss bitch. She's rapping about doing all type of illegal activity. She's talking about dipping it low, all of this stuff. Now, in this particular video, she is fully covered, but she has other videos that are not that hard to find for her students where she is twerking. She's scantily clad. I believe that she has an Instagram page as well where she's scantily clad as well. She made herself a distraction to these students. Now, if you're a grown man out there and you don't have a problem with this, I got some questions for you, because we all know what we were like when we were in high school, okay? We're not talking about grade school. We're talking about high school. In high school, we were all about one thing, and there's no way that you can process something like this the right way. Your teacher is a thought, okay? It's a distraction to your learning process, all right? Now, in a statement, the school explained, student well-being remains at the forefront of everything we do, and we will continue fostering a distraction-free teaching and learning environment focused on student success. Seems reasonable to me. If she wants to rap, let her rap. But if you want to teach and you want to have something of a good reputation to your students, then you got to be careful. It's like, even if you're rapping is not synonymous with being gutter. Rapping is not synonymous with being profane and vulgar. It seems like it is now, but this is what I was talking about letting your standards slip. You can rap, but you can rap about positivity. Whatever happened to that? She's rapping about illegal activity. She's rapping about herself as being a bitch. I mean, you can count the amount of times that she uses the word niggers and bitches in front of these kids in the video. I know if it were my son and I saw him in a video with a teacher rapping about I'm a bitch and bitches this, they mad at me, bitches and niggers, some heads would roll. I can guarantee you. But once again, this is what happens when you let your standards slip. And so you have a community of parents and students who have taken up a petition, for this teacher, that they're trying to get her job back and things like that. But unfortunately, the damage is done. I've heard some people say, well, maybe they just should have suspended her. It doesn't matter now. Your students, your children, they can see her online. It's a distraction. You know what I mean? It's already been established. She's got to go. However, I agree, right? I agree with the school's decision. However, Brown said that hundreds of parents support her and that she remains active in her neighborhood. I'm really in my community doing everything for everybody. I go to every game. I'm picking up and dropping off, buying food, clothes, shelter, free tutoring, girls club, and so much more. And I applaud that. I'm glad for that. But she should have had the common sense to know that what she was doing was going to only distract from her own good reputation. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, this is what it has led to. All right. So when you're talking about Taylor Prep, by the way, I want to put something out there for your consideration. A couple of things. The first thing, right? Taylor Prep. Let me just read something to you because I know some of you might be impressed by the fact that she was named Teacher of the Month, that she's been teaching for 7 years. She had to be qualified. All right. Serving 416 students in grades 9 through 12, Taylor Preparatory High School ranks in the bottom 50% of all schools in Michigan for overall test scores. Math proficiency is bottom 50%, and reading proficiency is bottom 50%. The percentage of students achieving proficiency in math is 10 to 14%, which is lower than the Michigan State average of 36%. The percentage of students achieving proficiency in reading, languages, and language arts is 35 to 39%, which is lower than the Michigan State average of 48%. Okay, so the school is underperforming. All right, so when you talk about being named Teacher of the Month or whatever that was, you got to consider the context of that. Okay. What the hell are the other teachers like if you're Teacher of the Month in a school that is underperforming that badly, okay, and you're doing what you're doing, and you have your students in a video with you? What the actual fuck is going on? Especially when you consider that parents and teachers are signing a petition for her. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to say this, but this is the reason why so many people question the implementation of things like DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, because you have lowered your standards just so you can be impressed or impress other people because of your diversity. So because she's a so-called black woman and you see her as a black woman, right? You allow that to be your defining achievement. Never mind the fact that your students are not getting a quality education. Okay, so there's that piece. All right, you have to look at. Listen, if there are any viewers out here who are in Michigan, who are in Taylor Prep and things like that, listen, I want to say here, I'm only saying this because I love you. I care about you, the kids. I care about your future. All right. This is supposed to be a school that prepares you. It's Taylor Prep, after all, preparatory. Okay. What are they preparing you for when they have you doing this? Recognize it as the insult that it is. If you're a young person, if you're a young man, if you're a young lady, all right, I promise you, you can do better. You deserve better. I promise you. And for the teacher who's doing this, you can do better as well. For the kids, you shouldn't be fighting for your right to do this. If you want to be a teacher, then you have to be an example. You have to be someone who is preparing kids for the future. It's an awesome responsibility. This is the reason why I respect teachers as much as I do. So you should hold yourself to a higher standard. Okay, now the second piece of this is the most disturbing piece because I don't think a lot of people understand this concept. I want to, let me see if I can bring this up. I want to read to you a definition, okay, if I can, real quick. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let me just read this to you. Stay with me, guys. What does being a groomer mean? Grooming is a tactic where someone methodically builds a trusting relationship with a child or young adult, their family and community to manipulate, coerce, or force a child or young adult to engage in sexual activities. Okay? They build a trusting relationship with a child or young adult. I can't imagine a profession that builds a trusting relationship with a child or young adult more than a teacher, their family and community. All right. I said that I saw these videos. This is a teacher who is building a trusting relationship with these young adults. She's talking about and glorifying sex. All right. She's scantily clad. She's twerking. She's doing all of these things. Now I ask you, if this were a male teacher, because in these videos she's surrounded by young men. If this was a male teacher surrounded by a bunch of young girls talking this same shit that she's talking, glorifying and glamorizing the street life, talking about nigger, bitch, and this and all that stuff, this would be a no-brainer, okay? This would be fucking some R. Kelly shit, you know? But because it's a woman, we're supposed to be looking at this differently? Okay, groomer, whatever you say, groomer. But to me, it's an open and shut case. That's what it is. And we have to start looking at our school system that would allow something like this. And of course, the school system, now they let her go because of the parent. But according to her, the teacher, the school system, they already knew about this. So people like this are in our public school system. All right? And they're leading our children in a way that is going to be counterproductive for them. We want our kids to be able to compete. We want them in the workforce being productive, you know, and being able to sustain themselves. But this goes against that. And it really bothers me. The most disturbing part of this story is that parents are fighting for her. You know, parents are signing petitions. They're getting their students to sign petitions. That is insane to me. I'm sorry that she lost her job, but to me, it was the right thing to do because she made herself once again a distraction to the learning process of these students. Why are they in a video with her? Why is she making these videos? If you have that passion that she's talking about, by all means, pursue that. But it is also troubling that for her to pursue a career in rap means that she has to represent the worst of her community, the most negative of her community. And she's not even that talented, but that's my opinion. But anyway, guys, I've said enough. I want you to get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this story. The link will be in the pinned comment below. Thank you for listening, guys. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for hitting that super thanks. Thank you for the people who have given on Cash App. That is also in the pinned comment below. And I look forward to hearing your comments on this one, guys. I thank you, and I will catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.